Welcome class. Today we will be discussing about chapter 2, using emails and search engines, which are the most commonly used services of internet. In this chapter we will learn about what is email, what are email protocols, how to create an email account, what is format of email, what is search engine, and what are the popular search engines. Then we will discuss about popular people search websites. So let's start our discussion with email. Email stands for electronic mail, is popular system of worldwide electronic communication. It is method of sending and receiving messages over the internet. Now let's discuss about advantages and disadvantages of using email. Advantages are it is cost effective because compared to traditional mail it is economic. No wastage of paper if we are using email in place of traditional mail. Easy to maintain records because all the things are stored electronically on your devices, and it is easy way of communication. Now as we all know that every coin has two sides, so email also has disadvantages also. Some disadvantages are no email privacy, because if you don't sign out properly or hacker wants to read your email, he can easily read your email. So there is no mail privacy. Addictive by nature. Some people become addictive of emails that during their vacations also they used to check their mails frequently. Impersonal medium, because there is no personal touch if we use email, and it is costly. Now you can ask how it is costly. It is costly in a way because you need computer and internet connection for sending and receiving emails. So these are the disadvantages. Now let's discuss about email protocols. IMAP and POP3 are the two most commonly used internet protocols for retrieving emails and are supported by all email clients and web servers. So first we will discuss about IMAP. Stands for Internet Message Access Protocol. Is an email protocol to access email on remote web server from a local client. Now let's discuss about POP3. POP3 stands for Post Office Protocol version 3, is a standard protocol used to receive or to download email messages on the computer and read them when we are offline, means when we are not connected with internet. Now let's discuss of creating email account. Email account can be opened on any website providing email services. Some of email service providers are gmail.com, hotmail.com and yahoo.com. This is the screen of Google or Gmail for creating an Google account. You will mention these details like first name, last name, username and password, and then you can reconfirm the password for creating the Gmail account. Username and password can be used to sign in to Gmail and other Google products like YouTube, Google Play and Google Drive. So follow the steps to create Gmail account and start sending emails. Now we will discuss about the steps how to create email account. First of all, visit Google account creation page by writing accounts.google.com. Click on create account. The sign up form will appear. This is the sign up form. Here you will enter your first and last name, then choose a username, then enter password. You need to retype a password to confirm. At last, tap on next. On the next page, enter your phone number to verify your account. On the given mobile number, a text message from Google will be sent with a verification code. Enter the verification code and tap on verify. On the next page, enter date of birth, gender and tap on next. Then Google terms of services and privacy policy will appear. Click on I agree. When you click on I agree, congratulations, your account has been created. Like this message will appear, and it is written that every time you sign in, don't forget to sign out, because if you don't sign out, anyone can read your emails. So how to sign out? First of all, open your mail. On the top right, click on photo or profile, whatever you have selected. If you click over it, then sign out option will appear. If you click on sign out, then you will be successfully close your email account so that no other person can read your mails. Now let's discuss about email format. It consists of two major sections, that are header and body. Header is structured into fields such as summary, sender, receiver and other information. The body part contains the actual message and sometimes a signature block. This is the email format. It contains two CC, BCC subject boxes and option to attach files, and this is the body part where actual message will be written. And there are formatting tools also if you want to format your mail. Now we will discuss about header. Each message has exactly one header which is structured into fields. It contains the following fields. 2. We will write the addresses of recipients. If they are more than one, all the recipients addresses means email ID will be written separated by comma. Then we will write the subject which is brief summary of contents. Then date, it will take local time and date. CC stands for carbon copy. If we want to send same message to some other people, then we will use carbon copy. Many times in professional email, the email ID of your supervisor will be in the CC, so that he can know what type of conversation you are doing. Then blind carbon copy. If we want to send email to some other person about 2 and CC mail IDs will not know, then we will write that address in BCC. Like if you want to send a copy of the mail to your friends without information of other people, then we will write the address of your friend in BCC. Then reply, it contains the address used to reply to sender. Now let's discuss about body. It consists of content on the message itself, means the actual message will be written here. Then attaching files to email. We can attach extra files like Word file, Excel file, or PowerPoint, or photographs with email using attach button. With email we can send emoticons and acronyms also. Emoticons means emoji. In other words, pictorial representation of emotions, like a small smiley or a sad face can be sent. In email we can include acronyms also, which is the abbreviation of initial letters like ASAP, CUL. These are the commonly used acronyms, and we can use different emoticons and acronyms according to our need. Now let's discuss about search engines. These are the popular search engines. Now let's discuss what is search engine. It is a program that searches for and identifies items in a database and corresponds to keywords or characters specified by the user, and used especially finding particular sites on the World Wide Web. Commonly used search engines are Google, Bing, Yahoo, AOL, Ask.com, Excite, DuckDuckGo, etc. Now let's discuss working of search engine. Search engine operates using following elements, that are web crawler, indexing software, and search algorithm. A web crawler is sometimes called a spender or crawler, is an internet bot that systematically browses the World Wide Web. Then indexing software extracts information from documents, storing it in a database, and using search algorithm, search engine process by which stored information is retrieved and ordered in meaningful ways. Now let's discuss about popular people search websites. These are Google, which is regular free people search engine, and it is most frequently used search engine. Then Facebook, a website to look for friends across the world. LinkedIn, a website for professionals like doctors and engineers and other professionals use it. Then PQ searches for username across a variety of social media networking communities. So that's all for today. Thank you.